Alright guys, the other part had to be cut off. Had to go do something real quick. But let's finish with the questions. I still got a little bit more questions to answer, and let's get right back into it. But as I was saying with the cold blender pay-per-views, guys, I fluxed them out. I have 6 pay-per-views that I use that are cold blender pay-per-views, and the rest are brand exclusive. I've been doing this idea since 2K, I believe 17. I tried it early in the series, and then 17, I just went with cold blender because it was easier to do. But ever since 2K18 started, I've been doing it like that. I like the style of it. We had introduced it after WrestleMania, so I've been having fun with that. Creating a 7-match card for the brand and letting those superstars shine and create their own legends in my universe mode. Another question is, where did you get the influence to start a universe mode? That came from multiple people: Matthew Wetz, Brendan Plays, Big Boy 123, Jim Murphs, TY13. A lot of universe mode guys got me into doing the universe mode thing. The one that got me into recording it was Matthew Wetz, man. He influenced me from 2K17 where I started recording in October to record universe mode on YouTube. Now I had no idea you could record universe mode on YouTube with the PlayStation thing. I thought the share button was just to share videos to your friends, but I figured out that, oh yeah, you can broadcast and record. So I was like, yes, I will do that. And then I started recording my universe mode onto TV and making the series out of it just like that. It was Matthew West 97X that got me into recording my own universe mode for YouTube, and Merch TY13 as well, because he had a long series that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And I said, you know what, I can do this too. And I started there. I just started recording universe mode, and I've been doing it ever since. So those were the boys that influenced me to do my own universe mode. Another question is, why is your WrestleMania 1 year behind the real life WrestleMania? Well, that is simply because we took a break in 2K15 universe mode before I started recording. I took a break from doing my universe mode. I did, and because I was fed up with 2K Xbox 360 at that point, because 2K15 was the same game from 2K14. So I took a year off, and that derailed a WrestleMania. So I had to play catch up in 2K16. So that's why we just hit 32 instead of 33. Where if I would have did that 2K15 year, I would have had 30 WrestleMania 33 in my universe mode. But I had to play catch up. So I'm 1 year behind because I took a year off of universe mode because I was fed up with 2K15 and I didn't have a PS4 at the time. So when I got my PS4, I had to do WrestleMania 30 and 31. So WrestleMania 30 and 31. So basically, I had to do 2 years of universe mode in one game to play catch up, because 2K15 was supposed to be WrestleMania 30, 2K16 was supposed to be 31. So I had to do both of them in 1 year, and that derailed me from hitting 32 in 2K17. That's why we were behind in 2K18. That's the only reason why I'm always going to be one WrestleMania behind real life, because of me not doing that WrestleMania in 2K15. Because I stopped playing Universe Mode for a full year in 2K15 because 2K15 was basically the same game from 2K14 on the Xbox 360. And so I said, you know what, man, I want a PS4. So I just took that year off from Universe Mode. And I played the little 2K showcase they had, which was lit, by the way. So that's the reason why I'm always going to be one WrestleMania behind. And another question here is that how do you make your storylines? Well, that's basically going into the storytelling. Basically, I come away with an idea who I want to be pushed. I don't influence my stuff by real life WWE. I've never had my series be just like real life WWE, because it will never be like real life WWE. WWE gives me influence. Real life WWE gives me influence to put on a better product than they will ever put a dream of, ever. So what I do is I just basically sound off. I go through what I want from that title, how I want that title to be booked, who I want holding that title, and how can I make them into a superstar. For example, Bailey did not happen overnight. She went through a lot of character changes and gimmicks before I got her the way I want her to get, the way she is now. I turned her heel in October in 2K17. She had that little Kevin Owens walk for a bit. Then she went to that John Cena walk. You know, it was all, I was all over the place with Bailey. She didn't happen overnight. But I evolved her character. I got her into that egotistical maniac that I love. And she is the way she is right now. You know, that Survivor Series match against Naomi changed the game. And that on that Survivor review. So, you know, Bailey did not. It didn't happen overnight. It took a lot to get that character how I wanted her. Same with the Roman Empire. Same with Kevin Owens. Same with Sami Zayn. How I'm booking Sami Zayn now. He will probably not have that Goldust entrance next episode in Universe Mode because I didn't like that. I'm gonna see if I can evolve his entrance. Maybe get him like the Kevin Owens one, or possibly somebody else. I don't know how I'm gonna book Sami Zayn as a heel champion walking in. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how everything goes. And same with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' heel turn did not happen overnight. He went through a lot of gimmicks, walking from the ramp to walking on the stage to get where I'm at, where he at now. You know, these characters don't happen overnight. And these, you know, it takes a lot that go into this series. You know, it's a lot. You know, getting the entrance right, getting how they look, getting how they feel, getting how you move them around, getting them how you portray them on television, writing the scripts out. It's a lot that goes into getting these characters right. So, you know, I just, you know, I go with an idea and I roll with it and I adjust it as the months go on, and that's how I got Bailey like I wanted her now, and that's the way she is right now. Another one is, where can I start your Universe Mode watching it? Well, I don't have 2K15, 16, 17, 2K15, 16, and 14 on my channel because back in the day you couldn't record on the Xbox. You had to have your own portable Elgato game capture card to record stuff, so you can record it like that. So I have my 2K17 and 2K18 playlists on YouTube. I recommend you guys start at my Survivor Series pay-per-view in 2K17. That's where most of my storylines ended, and that is where most of you know, the 2K17 storylines ended right there, and that's how we got into the era that we are in 2K18. So if you guys want to start, I recommend starting. I recommend you start at 2K17 Survivor Series. But you want to watch the full series too and get an understanding of every character in the Universe Mode, I recommend you start at 2K17's Night of Champions, the first ever show. Now, commentary was bad. Match quality, it was you know, presentation was you know, we had a little mishaps because it was my first time ever recording. So, you know, commentary gonna be a little off. You know, me remembering the storylines was gonna be a little off because I just started. So, you know, you want a suspense of how, you know, how to end the series, how many characters I kicked off at the Survivor Series show. I recommend you go watch that Survivor Series show because that changed the game, how we are now, because that Survivor 2K17 show. But you don't want to watch 2K17 gameplay and you just want to completely skip that show. Where can you watch in 2K18 to get caught up? Now I recommend you watch TLC because that covers from Survivor Series and how we move on into the road to WrestleMania. So I recommend you start at TLC because that is a massive, massive show. And after TLC, we get some debuts that are going to be standpoint in the Universe Mode. So I recommend you watch that TLC if you want to watch it 2K18. But if you don't want to watch TLC, you can always go and watch, you know, Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is the kickstart to everything for the rest of the season. So who will be the one is 2 parts because of the, you know, cheesy YouTube at the time. So you go watch that show. Very, very, very good show. Probably one of the best shows in 2K18. It does, you know, Money in the Bank is the best pay-per-view in my eyes of 2K18. You can't refute that. That show had everything. That's just me. But I would take Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber for sure. Even though the mic audio wasn't that good, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view was a very good show. Or you just want to skip the Royal Rumble, watch Elimination Chamber. Because Elimination Chamber has most of our current champions right now, who are still champions. And future champions who lose their title the next month. So you want to watch, catch up, I recommend Survivor Series for 2K17. TLC clear the Survivor Series storylines and get ready for the next year's storylines in 2K18 that are currently going on now. Royal Rumble kick starts the rest of season 4. You can watch from there all the way until now, and Elimination Chamber as well. Those 4 shows I can recommend where you can start my universe mode at and get a good eye of how the characters evolved over the course of the game. Another question is, why do you have a GM and commissioner? Well, I didn't really want to have a commissioner on the brands, but I wanted to have a McMahon control both Raw and SmackDown. So Stephanie and Shane was my choices with with general managers. I like Rock and Stone Cold because they fit the old school mentality, and they're very, very good general managers, and they were very, very good general managers in real life. I like how Rock books. I like how I book a Rock show, and I like how I book a Stone Cold Steve Austin show. Well, with the addition of Triple H, the McMahons are still there versus our general managers. So the McMahons coming in, they can do whatever they want to influence their brand. It's all about ratings in my universe mode. Ratings war is that focal point, because that goes into draft picks, that goes into superstar shakeups. We had a superstar shakeup. We have not had a legit draft. Usually the draft happens after Survivor Series, which I did shuffle up the rosters a lot in 2K18. You guys noticed that from my 2K17 roster to my 2K18 roster. A lot of people moved the brands because I had to shuffle the rosters up. Usually my draft happens. It was supposed to be happening at the WrestleMania, but I did not want to I did not want to redraft the rosters again. So I will probably redraft the rosters heading into the end of the year. Do it differently from everybody else who does it at the WrestleMania. I'm probably going to do it after Survivor Series. So ratings go and play a big part in getting draft picks. If you guys love SmackDown, I suggest you keep watching SmackDown, because SmackDown Live. If SmackDown Live wins the ratings war, they get first pick. They get the first 5 picks in the WWE draft. I count out ratings from after into the new season. You go from the after WrestleMania from May until after Survivor Series, and whatever show puts on the most, who has the most views, they get the first 5 pick in the draft. And picks come from also Survivor Series, which is going to be themed Raw versus SmackDown Live this year. So that is why I have the commissioner thing to add in the ratings world. I do my own ratings because 2K has not implemented a rating system in the universe mode, which I hope they do, so it can make my job a lot easier. And then I adjust the rating system and I adjust views, so it won't be one or the other, because that can be influenced by live streams, depending on how many people show up. For that brand, a lot of views can be manipulated, because of YouTube. Because YouTube doesn't like sending out notifications. So that's what I'm saying. If you like SmackDown, watch SmackDown, because SmackDown will get those draft picks. If you like Raw, watch Raw. Raw gonna get those draft picks. I always love a good brand of good competition, and SmackDown Live has outclassed Raw these past 2 seasons in universe mode. They have won the Survivor Series war, with the women's Survivor Series and men's Survivor Series matches, and they have won the ratings war. They've won the ratings war heading into WrestleMania, and they got more picks in the Superstar Shakeup. So, SmackDown has been on a very, very good role in universe mode. In conjunction to Monday Night Raw, who has been a little struggling, but it's finally got that footing. A couple more questions is, how do you book Shinsuke Nakamura so strong? Well, because the king of strong style, I like to call him. I don't call him the whatever WWE calls him, the artist. I don't call him that. We call him the king of strong style. His New Japan name. But the reason, the way how I do it is, I don't have Shinsuke Nakamura compete every week. You might go a couple weeks without seeing Nakamura on television. I do that because you don't need to see your WWE or World Heavyweight Champion throughout the entire build of their match. You need to make their challenger look strong. You need to have them confrontate each other, have them go promo back and forth, and then you might have a couple of statements like Nakamura send a statement to the champion, or the challenger send a statement to the champion like that by attacking them. You don't need your world champion on the show every single week. I stress this a lot. I don't show him Nakamura. I make him only compete on big time shows where I need him to compete. If he is not needed, I will focus my attention on another program, like for example, the AJ Styles match that I have planned for him. That will be the main focal point of the next 2 weeks. Nakamura won't have the spotlight on him and Rollins. He will still be on the show to build to their match, but he won't be the focus of the show. You know, I focus myself. 1 week I'm focusing on the United States title. Another week I'm focusing on the world title. Another week I'm focusing on mini feeds. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stick your focus on everything. You don't need your world champion on every show. You know, he could be in the backstage segment or promo. He does not need to compete on every show. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's why Nakamura and The Undertaker are so special when they come out. When you're champion of the universe mode, I make you the big deal. You know what I'm saying? Big deal. And finally, another question is, why do your world WWE champion always close the show? I'm old school with it. The World Heavyweight or WWE Champion, depending on who wins the ratings war for that month, will always close pay-per-views for co-branded shows. That is going to be always a fact. No matter how big Nightwolf and Shane McMahon was, they were never going to close the show. No matter how big the Money in the Bank ladder match is, that was never going to close the show. My world champions always close the show. We don't have the Undertaker streak anymore where that can be allowed to be lead to close the show. Unless it's mega huge, a huge match that never happened before, you ain't closing my show. My world champions always close the show. Depending on who wins the ratings war, they will close the show for co-branded shows. For example, if SmackDown wins the ratings war, Aleister Black and whoever the WWE champion is will close the show, or if Nightwolf's in that match, I don't know. The WWE Championship match will close the show. If Raw wins the ratings war, the World Heavyweight Championship will close the show. That's how I do it. I've been doing it like that for my entirety of Universe Mode. It's all about the ratings. Whoever wins the ratings war, they close the show in my Universe Mode. I don't care if it's John Cena versus freaking Undertaker. You're not closing the show if you're not my WWE champion. Simple as that. You know, the WWE or World Champion, whatever. That's how I've been doing it, so there you go. You guys have any more questions? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know these videos are very, very long, but I want to get these videos out for you guys to answer some frequent Universe Mode questions that I've been getting. You guys want episode 3? Please like the video, subscribe to the channel down below on the road to 200 subscribers, and I'm going to see y'all on tomorrow for a Raw review and part 1 of the train talk that I was supposed to do the weekend after taking my break. But I'm Coach Chain. See you on the next video. Peace out, y'all.